a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso Olano is a Spanish former footballer who played as a central midfielder. Alonso began his career at Real Sociedad, the main team of his home province Gipuzkoa. After a brief loan period at Eibar, he was appointed as team captain of Real Sociedad by then-manager John Toshack. He succeeded in the role, taking the club to second place in the 2002-03 season. He moved to Liverpool in August 2004 for £10.5 million and won the UEFA Champions League in his first season, under manager Rafael Benítez, scoring the equalising goal in the final against Milan. The following season, he won the FA Cup and the FA Community Shield. He moved to Real Madrid for the start of the 2009-10 season in a deal worth around £30 million. After winning honours including a league title in 2012, and the Champions League in 2014 during 5 seasons in Madrid, he was signed by German club Bayern Munich on a 2-year contract. This was extended by a further year, and he eventually retired from playing in summer 2017, aged 35, having won the Bundesliga in each of his 3 seasons with Bayern. He made his international debut for Spain in April 2003 in a 4-0 victory against Ecuador. While playing for Spain, Alonso won Euro 2008, Euro 2012 and the 2010 World Cup, and he also represented his country at Euro 2004 and the 2006 World Cup. On the 23rd of June 2012, Alonso won his 100th cap for Spain in the quarter-final of Euro 2012 against France. He celebrated the occasion by scoring both of Spain's goals, to send them into the semi-finals. Following Spain's failure to progress out of the group stages at the 2014 World Cup, Alonso retired from international football on the 27th of August 2014. His 114 caps make him the 7th most capped player in the nation's history. Early years. Alonso was born in the small town of Tolosa, Gipuzkoa, Basque Country, into a family known for its footballing prowess. His father, Perico Alonso, won La Liga twice in successive seasons with Real Sociedad and a third time after he joined Barcelona. He also featured in the national team, winning 21 caps over the course of his career. Xabi Alonso lived in the city of Barcelona for the first 6 years of his life and moved to San Sebastian thereafter. It was here that his passion for football began as he whiled away his childhood playing at Playa de la Concha, on the Basque Sands. Alonso befriended a fellow resident of Kalamatia, Mikel Arteta, and the two would battle each other in exhibitions of technical ability. He was immersed in football and his father would often bring him and his older brother, Mikel, to see Sabadell's training ground to practice together. Alonso was influenced by his father's playing, taking more pleasure in passing the ball well than shooting at goal. At an early age, he decided to play as a defensive midfielder, a role which helped him learn how to distribute the ball well. This talent would later prove to be an integral part of his club and international career. At age 15, Alonso went to the Irish town of Kells, County Meath, on a school exchange program to learn English. Alonso and Arteta were ambitious and dreamed of playing alongside each other for Real Sociedad when they were older. Though they attended different schools, the two young players joined forces at the local youth side Antiguoco, playing games at the weekend. Their performances attracted the attention of scouts from top Spanish sides and the young Donostiarras separated ways, ending 9 years of friendly rivalry, as Alonso went to Real Sociedad and Arteta moved to Catalan giants Barcelona. Alonso's move to Real Sociedad, however, was not a companionless one, as his older brother Mikel, who had also become an adept player, had joined the club 1 year earlier. Real Sociedad. Alonso quickly progressed through the youth ranks and the reserve team at Real Sociedad and impressed enough to earn a first-team debut at the age of 18. He made his first senior appearance against Logroñés in December 1999 in a Copa del Rey match. Alonso failed to make another appearance in the season, but the following year brought more opportunities. At the beginning of the 2001 season, Javier Clemente sent him to Segunda División team Eibar to gain experience. Alonso's father particularly felt the move to the smaller club improved him as a player. A quick turnover of managers, however, including a 2-month period with Perico Alonso in charge, left Real Sociedad in a dire situation. By January 2001, Real Sociedad were bottom of the league and its new manager, John Toshack, turned to the prodigious Alonso in the hope of reversing the team's fortunes. In a surprise move, the Welsh manager made the 20-year-old the team captain, a position traditionally held by more senior players. By the end of the season, Sociedad had climbed out of the relegation zone and finished in 14th place. Toshack lauded Alonso, noting that the impression he had on the team was exceptional, especially for a player from the youth team. Under the tutelage of John Toshack, Alonso's captaincy marked a resurgence of form for Real Sociedad. Toshack recognized Alonso's potential and invested much time in his young captain, creating a training method designed to improve his touch and control specifically for him. The team cemented its mid-table position in the 2001-02, finishing in 13th place. Alonso appeared consistently in La Liga with 30 appearances over the course of the season and also scored his first league goal, finishing with a season total of 3. Real Sociedad's management changed again in the summer of 2002 with the arrival of Reinaldo Nuix. But Alonso kept his place in the first team on the strength of his past performances. The 2002-03 season was the club's best league performance since the 1981-82 season, in which they won the league. The Basque team finished second, 2 points behind Real Madrid, setting a club record for their highest ever points total, and qualifying for the UEFA Champions League for the first time. Alonso received much praise for his role in the team's success and was given the Best Spanish Player award by Spanish sports magazine Don Balón. In addition, Alonso significantly contributed to the team's goal tally, scoring 12 goals in all competitions. His performances earned Alonso national repute, and Iñaki Saez, the coach of the Spanish national team, called him up for La Selección. Alonso made his international debut in April 2003 in a 4-0 friendly win over Ecuador. Saez raved over Alonso, saying, "He has a fantastic range of accurate passing, and sees football with an extraordinary clarity." The 2003-04 season comprised mixed results for Alonso and his San Sebastian club. Alonso reveled in the opportunity to perform in Europe, appearing in all the team's games, and Real Sociedad qualified for the knockout phase of the Champions League. The team struggled under the pressure of the extra matches, however, and were promptly knocked out of the tournament by Lyon and finished 15th in La Liga. The combination of Alonso's outstanding performances and the team's poor league finish made a move away from Manita Stadium inevitable. Despite interest from La Liga champions Real Madrid, Alonso remained committed to Real Sociedad. Madrid failed to meet the £13 million price tag that José Luis Astiazaran, the Real Sociedad president, had placed on Alonso, and the deal reached a stalemate. Alonso had other concerns and focused on international duty with Spain at UEFA Euro 2004. Despite the fact that Alonso's appearance at the tournament was brief, he caught the attention of retired footballer Jan Molby, who was impressed with his precise passing abilities. The summer transfer window at Real Sociedad saw the arrival of Alonso's childhood friend Mikel Arteta. Arteta was ecstatic at the prospect of partnering Alonso in midfield, but his excitement was short-lived. Alonso was not picked for Real Sociedad's pre-season friendlies, signaling that an offer by Liverpool was being treated seriously. The Basque side announced on the 20th of August 2004 that they had made a deal worth £10.7 million with Liverpool, and Alonso had agreed terms with the Merseyside team. Alonso did not lament the fact that a move to Real Madrid had not materialised. Instead, he concentrated on integrating with the new Spanish contingent at Liverpool under the guidance of former Valencia manager Rafael Benítez. 2004-05 Champions League victory. Alonso arrived at Liverpool along with Luis Garcia from Barcelona, marking the beginning of a new era at Anfield. New Liverpool manager Rafael Benítez sought to revolutionise the club and completely overhauled the squad, impressing his own management style and tactics upon the team. The technical Spaniards were Benitez's first signings, and he remarked that their emphasis of skill over strength offered the team something different. Alonso made his Premier League debut for the Merseysiders against Bolton Wanderers at the Reebok Stadium on the 29th of August 2004. Liverpool lost the fixture 1-0, but Alonso was already receiving praise for his passing skills from the press. A Premier League tie away against Fulham displayed more of Alonso's talents. Liverpool were losing 2-0 at half-time, and Benitez brought on Alonso as a substitute after the break. He revived a deflated Liverpool, and the game finished 2-4 to the Merseyside team. Furthermore, Alonso scored his first goal for the team from a free kick to bring Liverpool ahead of the opposition. Alonso continued to provide important goals for the club, scoring his first goal at Anfield against Arsenal in a 2-1 victory. Alonso was elated at the achievement, and felt he was settling in well in England. The Arsenal game marked the return of Steven Gerrard from injury, but Alonso's midfield partnership with the team captain came to a halt when Alonso suffered his first setback at Liverpool. Alonso's ankle was broken following a tackle from Frank Lampard in Liverpool's 0-1 home defeat against Chelsea on New Year's Day 2005, and the Spaniard was ruled out of action for 3 months. Alonso made his return to the first team in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Juventus. Alonso was not at full fitness, but, as Steven Gerrard was injured, he played for the full 90 minutes and Liverpool held the score at 0-0 in Italy, defeating the eventual Italian champions on aggregate. Kevin McCarra of The Guardian paid testament to Alonso's skill and dedication to the game, saying, "This marvelously accomplished footballer testified in the Stadio dell'Alpi that technique can overcome a serious physical disadvantage." In the next round against Chelsea, Alonso received a yellow card in a tense and scrappy 0-0 draw at Stamford Bridge, making him suspended for the following fixture. Alonso was distraught that he would miss the game and vehemently contested the referee's decision to no avail. Gerrard returned from injury for the second leg, however, and the captain steered his team to a 1-0 win with the help of a Luis Garcia goal, qualifying for the final against Milan. Liverpool's fifth-place finish in the Premiership left much to be desired, but debut season glory still awaited Alonso in the form of the Champions League final. The team fell 3 goals behind Milan, but completed a dramatic second-half comeback. Liverpool, trailing 3-2, were awarded a penalty, and it was decided that Alonso would take the spot kick. While Dida, Milan's acclaimed Brazilian goalkeeper, managed to save the penalty, Alonso fired the rebound into the roof of the net, bringing the score to 3-3. Extra time passed without a goal from either team, and Liverpool won 3-2 in the penalty shootout. Alonso was praised for his pivotal influence on the team's comeback, and manager Benitez reinforced his importance to the team. Alonso was ecstatic with the win, commenting, "This is the best moment in my professional career." The epic night was also recalled to be the Miracle of Istanbul. 2005-06 FA Cup winner. Alonso was ever present in the first team in the 2005-06 season, largely avoiding injuries that had marred his first season at the club. The summer transfer window brought Peter Crouch to Liverpool, and the striker's height sparked accusations that the team would change to long ball tactics. Crouch denied this, highlighting that Alonso's passing ability, alongside Gerrard, would define Liverpool's style of play. Alonso faced more competition for his place in the form of new arrival Mohamed Sissoko. However, Steven Gerrard's injuries, and Rafael Benítez's favouring of a 4-5-1 formation ensured Alonso's place in the team. Alonso appeared in all of Liverpool's games in the Champions League, but the dominance shown in the previous season had gone as the team lost to Benfica in the knockout stage. On the 7th of January 2006, in an FA Cup third-round tie against Luton Town, Alonso assisted Liverpool to a 5-3 comeback victory after being down 3-1 early in the second half. Alonso scored 2 impressive goals from distance, one from 45 yards, and the other 65 yards from goal, behind the halfway line. Consequently, Alonso's goals marked a stroke of luck for a Liverpool fan who won £25,000 from a £200 bet on Alonso scoring from within his own half. Alonso suffered an ankle injury in a 1-3 away victory over Portsmouth, putting his participation in the FA Cup final in doubt. However, He recovered sufficiently to start the game against West Ham United, and Gerrard scored Liverpool's third goal from Alonso's free kick, pulling the team ahead of the opposition. Alonso, still affected by the injury, could not manage the entire 90 minutes and was substituted in the second half. Liverpool won on penalties without his help, but Alonso still earned his first FA Cup winner's medal. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?